Hello, this is Aussie Stitcher coming to you on the 2nd of June 2018. I kind of thought it would be a month before I'd come back. Should always check teeth before starting a video. And I was nearly right. Thank you so much for all my new subscribers, the new comments. It's been like bam, so many new people. I do appreciate it. Thank you all for your comments on my farming spill. We are actually in the middle of seeding. We had 21 mils of rain and that just set everything off. So my husband is now working 7:30 at night to whenever he gets home, which today was at like 11 a.m. Just trying to do all the things, and we've got our own farm and our own animals and we work full time for someone else. It's all busy, busy, busy. I just also thought on the whole farming theme that I would let you guys know our breeds of sheep, because we don't actually carry merinos or crossbreds or your traditional sheep. Our sheep are, we call them the South African type of sheep. Someone from South Africa might disagree with that term, but the breeds are the Van Rooys, the Dorpers and the Dameras, and they are goat-like sheep, but they are sheep, and the wool sheds in summer. So one minute they'll have wool and then patches come off and they go everywhere. They are mainly a meat-eating sheep, obviously, can't sell the wool, and very clever, and yeah, pretty cool sheep, you know, all in all. All right, let's move into the whips. I've actually written notes because I have been shocking with notes. All right, my first whip is Autumn Queen. Now this is the sale that I am doing with Ladybird Stitcher, and we're starting every season queen at the first day. Oh God, I didn't do my makeup very well. I don't wear a lot of makeup. On the first day of our season, so yesterday on the 1st of June was the start of our winter, but when I was doing this it was still autumn, and I will show you a before pic here. And I am stitching this on 32 count Belfast from Picture This Plus in Ancient, and this is where I got to. So I got to from one end to the other, so that's how long it was going to be, and used so many different cool colors. I went from browns to purples to pinkies to white. It was really enjoyable. My needle minder is from Nifty Needle Nannies, which is that she's gone on her hiatus for a bit on her shop because she lives a very busy life. And just in there is my first ever whisper thread, and that it focused. And what I learned from that is use short strands. So what I'm doing when I'm measuring out my threads, I do the loop method. So I go from the tip of my fingers to my elbow, back up, snip. That's my standard. I always got taught not to go too big, and then it should be the length of your arm. So for the whisper thread, I'm going from the tip of my finger to about halfway down my arm, and I'm finding that's it's not shredding as much, and it's working really, really well. Excuse me. It is 2 o'clock in the afternoon, second cup of the day. Not enough coffee today. I need more. So no, really enjoyed this, and I enjoyed the colours. Just loving it. I really enjoyed this one a lot more than I did summer for some reason. And I've got my Autumn Queen in my autumn looking mummily bag from Eclectic Possessions. Love her bags. What did I work on? And then I'm actually doing these in order, I think, roughly. Now, when I did my last video and I said these are the 5, I think it was 5 that I'm working on each month, no matter what. Got the kids down for a rest, so Sophie's just come up for a stretch. I don't particularly think she want her face showing after Michaela face painted her and neck painted, possibly hair painted as well. And I did the 2 Mirabilis. I did Enchanted Mermaid and the Peridot Fairy. After it was all done, packed away, I could hear Jessie Marie in my head going, Belinda, there's no Joan Elliott in your lineup. Where's a Joan Elliott? Belinda, you really need to fix that. Yes, Jessie Marie, I have fixed it. If you were sublining messages to me, I received it loud and clear. My daughter's laughing at me. Pretty common, really. So in my gorgeous Jan's Stitching Necessities bag from her Facebook, and it was a real, God, my face touchy today, tossing, like in my head it went, you need to do one of your older Joan Elliott whips, but my heart's like, I need to do this. And this is Sleeping Beauty, which I got for my birthday last year from Stitching May, and she gifted me fabric for it, which I subbed out because I just, as soon as I saw it, I knew what fabric I wanted and I had it on hand. And she brought me all the beads, all the threads, needles, metallics, and what's it called? Stop knocking the table. People can get a bit seasick if the thing moves. The Thread Haven thingy that is now gone. And isn't she just stunning? I love her. And as soon as this one's finished, I'll be starting the Mirabilia one of Sleeping Beauty. Because let's face it, we don't need 2 dresses that go on forever at the same time. Saying that, really, Belinda? How many Mirabilias that you've got that are all dresses? Like Summer Queen, Autumn Queen. Yeah, hello. But anyway. So, I will insert the before picture here. And I am stitching this on 32 count Belfast Picture This Plus blush. And here's what I got to. I did a lot of the purples. We spent ages doing purples. My needle minder is from Nifty Needle Nannies. And just a thing about this fabric, this, for whatever reason, like I have a lot of Picture This Plus fabric, but this is the only fabric that I have trouble with in my the Omnic frames. It slips out. You've literally got to have padding at the top and at the bottom to get any form of tension, and basically I don't live near a shop to do that, so I kind of went screw it, and it goes in my Q-snip, which is perfectly fine. It is so thin, like it's beautiful fabric, not dissing the fabric at all. Really enjoy working on it. But some fabrics are just a bit thin. This one is. None of the other Picture This pluses are. But I'll show that again now that I've folded up a bit better. So, it's still got ages of go, but if I do, I don't know, 5 days here, 5 days there, before I know it, that purple skirt should be finished. And then we will just move on to that gigantic pillows and quilts. So roughly, as I said in my last one, I don't really have a set days. It's usually about 5. But if I'm in the mood to go longer, I will. If I'm in the mood to go shorter, I will. Excuse me. Sometimes you're just in the mood to keep going on a project. Sometimes you're just really not. Okay, I then pulled out I drink coffee to do the things. That's not what it says. First I drink the coffee, then I do the things. I was thinking of the other one where it's I drink coffee to save lives. Or something on that line. And I have this one in my Doctor Who bag from a shop that no longer makes these kinds of bags with the zips up the top. And because I have a 3-year-old that has trouble with words, this is not Doctor Who bag. Apparently it's my Doctor Pooh bag. Yeah, Will, love you too, mate. Now this is stitched on 32 count Golden Touch from Colour Cascades. This is my before picture here. This is my after picture here, and I basically just went and did to the edge of here. I didn't do as much because this was a restart. I actually had to get more threads, but no, really loving it. I like, so what I did, this motif and then this motif from memory. Really enjoyed it. I now got the threads, so yay. And my needle minder is a coffee cup from Nifty Needle Nannies. Feeling really, really happy to get back to this. This is one of my goals to get finished this year and hang up in my kitchen. I'm in a bit of a cleaning mood, rearranging, so I would like this to be hanged up in my kitchen besides the two I got one framed thing on plant medicines and the other one's on herbs and that. Jeff got them, they're not my thing. Alright, I then worked on, in this bag, this is my rabbit trails when Terry was doing bags. I was lucky enough to get some. Beautiful bag. My Enchanted mermaid that Sophie wants me to finish. And while I've got this out, that's the name of the fabric from Chromatic Alchemy in the UK. And we had a heart attack on this because I realised the other night that this was from one of their sales of mist dyes. So it's not a full quarter. mad counting from where I was done, stitching up and down to make sure it fits. It does. I will have between 1 inch to 1.5 inches for framing, and that is fine. Like, we don't need to be ridiculously huge, but I'm glad I checked it before we kept going. And so this is my before picture here, and this is where we got to. And I basically am working down, so I got down all the way down here, and then I did to the edge. That's actually, sorry, the edge. And I was a little bit worried that this Krynic isn't going to show because it's on the green, but in a heartbeat, I can do some slight darker back stitching or itchy nose, crouching to show it a bit. But this is the pattern that Sophie picked out to go with the fabric that Sophie picked out. So I am finding the Krynic on the opal really hard, and there's a lot of Krynic in this. Young eyes, not so young anymore. But like, I did about 3 days worth and I had to have a break. I'm bringing this out again on the 6th to celebrate Belinda from Anitchtocrossstitch is her birthday. She's starting hers. I'll just continue on mine, so I'll do another 3 to 4 days on it, and then I'll probably need a break. My needle minder on it is a new one. It's part of my stash provisions. This is a Clay Mermaid from Needle Minder Obsession on Facebook. And I will put links down. I know I say that and sometimes I don't, but I will try and remember to do it. So I finished that up on the 31st. And then, no, I didn't. I didn't do this in order. Damn, I skipped one. I did Outback Storm as well. Before Enchanted Mermaid. I also worked on Enchanted Storm artwork by Jeff Prichard, also known as, I can't think because it's there, I can see it. I'll put down his artwork name as well because he does sometimes sell artwork if you want to buy it. He's on Facebook and Instagram. And I nearly got a page finished, but I got burnt out. Burnt out means I had I needed a break. And that's where I got to. So nearly a page finished. I got over 1,000 stitches in. But doesn't that look gorgeous? And going by my calculations, I should be able to finish another 2 pages this year, which will bring this line all the way up to the top, and I would have that whole row done. Needle Minder is from Nifty Needle Nannies. And then I'm thinking I'll keep going across the bottom. So I still got all of this. Keep going, keep going. And really work out, did I overestimate the fabric? I tend to, if I have to work it out, I'll add another 5 inches this way and 5 inches that way to be on the safe side. This is 22 count hardanger done 2 over 1. I would not recommend doing hardanger material. It slips a bit. I'm not restarting. It doesn't annoy me enough to want to not do it, but I would never do another HAID or full coverage on hardanger material. And that's it. That was my whips. I'm pretty happy, no, it's not when you start. Excuse me. So, I don't think I did it before with that Outback Storm, so hopefully I squeezed it in. Since yesterday was the first of winter, beautiful sun shining today. Look at that white. Lots of white. If you're not a fan of white, this is not the chart for you. So it's still loaded up on my frame. And I just wanted to show you a bit of my stash. Is from that Stitchin Necessities. I got a wrap, and I got this after seeing, because I didn't realise she did them. Stitcherista did a review on her products, and she had this, and I loved it. And I gave her the measurements I wanted. I didn't necessarily need it to be like all the way over to here. I just wanted the main part covered. So that's basically what I did. I love it. I love the colours. I told her just to pick anything. I wasn't really fussed. I just wanted it. It's got 3 up there, 3 on this side. And that's just her little tag. Love it. And now that we've got the fire on, this goes on before I have to clean out the fire so that there's just nothing getting on it, and stops little fingers touching, because no matter how old they are, they touch. So I'm still on my frame. This is where I've got to. I start from the middle. So I started in the middle. All of this is actually white, and then I went up, did some of the whisper thread, and this is the edge of the page, and then I'll move. This is the edge of the page, helps if you can see my finger, and then I'll move as much as I can over here. This needle minder is also from Nifty Needle Nannies. Oh, and the fabric is 32 count Picture This Pass Icon. That's my bag. Much of a colour difference. And that's it. And that is all my stitching. Now the rest of my stash is conclusion. Okay, so also from the Needle Mind Obsession, I got this mermaid. And that's her details. She's on Facebook. And I also got from Brave Merida. My other stuff I got from Stitchin Necessities is this gorgeous project bag with a ute, people. This is a ute. In Australia, this is a ute, not a truck. Had this conversation with Stitching May when she said something about her husband got something for their truck. And I'm like, you own a truck? Well, why do you own a truck? Because trucks here are your carting trucks, you know, the semis, the ones that carry hay, wool, sheep, cattle. Those are trucks. We call these utes, U-T-E. But isn't this gorgeous? And we have the windmills, we don't have the red houses and barns. But we got the cows, and it just reminded me of that country feel. She's just got a nice green in there. What have I got in here? I've got Jane Elliott. Stay. I also got this card one just for something a bit quirky. Keys ones, card and keys. Locks. Not so much cards as tags. I was going by the love hearts. And then we have a love heart charm. And then the polka dot inside. And then, because the whole world loves bunnies, even though in Australia they're a pest. And then I've got a snowflake. Easy. So really, really happy with them. Okay. So, can you come here for a minute? I just vacuumed and mopped this floor and I've got ants everywhere. I also, can you get me those bags there? They're in that, like that yellow things. I got Muka. I ordered the beads and thread from Colour Cascade. She ordered it in. Love her. Also from Colour Cascades, I won this from her sale of Miss Dies. This beautiful fabric.
That's nice.
It is nice. It's a very mermaidy one. I also got my fabric from the sale, which is 32 count Lugana to do the reindeers. I did have fabric for it, but after stitching a deer, I knew I had to get bigger count for those beads. And then I got my fabric of the month for February, and it's Golden Touch. Mine's 28 count. I've just seen it because I'm just stitching something on it. The splatches of gold. So that was my very big order from Colour Cascade that came in all at once. We have CWA, which is the Country Women's Association, and they had a stall on one of the days that the kids had sport in town. Excuse me. So I went to buy some tickets, and they were selling these bags. Simple bags. $2, people. $2. So I got this one. This one's quite a heavy duty one. The fabric is, they're not lined, they're basic, but still for $2. That's really good price. And a sunflower happy yellow. Why have I got ants everywhere? I guess not. Alright, then I've done an order with 123 Stitch. And I need my little book because what I brought is in here. Oh, Sophie's just picked up something. So before I do that, I ordered a needle minder from Clay by Klim. That has the, you know, where you can put your needle in there as well on top. It is beautiful. It is well made. I absolutely love it, but I got charged $19 shipping. And that's a killer. This was like $12 American, and then I got charged $19 American shipping. So all up, this needle needle cost me like 40 bucks. I love it. I would love one of her bees and the dragon series that she does, but I can't justify that. And if I had realized that it was $19 shipping, I would have actually cancelled it before. But she's one of those people that you've got to get in really, really quick. Do not doubt, this is beautiful. She is beyond talented. Unfortunately, shipping from America to Australia sucks. But head over to her on Instagram. Check out her store on Etsy. She does gorgeous, gorgeous work. Well worth it if the shipping prices to you are better. But not for this lady. So I did a one stitched order, and I got the 2 beads I was missing for Mermaid of the Pearl. So, no, for South Seas Mermaid, so I can now start them when I'm ready. I also got the 2 threads I need for my coffee quaker, which is picnic basket and apple cider. I'm sorry, I'm really thirsty and I need coffee. I also got the last of the beads that I need for Enchanted Mermaid. And Sophie wasn't over impressed with these. She was like, not as pretty as what they could be. But at $4 or $5 each, she can like them. And there's like 10 of these. Then I got most of the stuff that I need for Mermaid of the Pearl, which is fine braid 8684, and this one is 101, and I just dropped it. Hopefully Sophie will pick that up. I also got the treasure for it. Thank you. This packet of beads. Stop knocking the table. The 3 packets of these ones. Those treasures and that one. So basically, could start that one then. And I also kitted up all of Mermaid of Atlantis, because when we do a 1, 2, 3 stitch, we make sure we fill that sucker up. Postage was $13 American, I think it is. So you make sure that you get your money's worth. So there was a back order of 2 things. And funny enough, they sent me this and then waited for the back order. Normally they just wait till it comes in. So I've got the Bermuda Reef in the water lilies and espresso. Got most of the crayon ink. I actually missed a couple. So I've got 2 of the 028, 060, 034, I think that's it. And then I've got the beads, which is, I'm not even going to bother saying them out because they're beads. I think I didn't mention it, but I have quit Stitch from Stash, and various reasons, which I don't think I actually really explained to Stephanie. But on the note of Stitch from Stash, before I go into my reason, even though I've quit it, I have to say it has really taught me to kit up with what I got and not just buy stuff. So before Stitch from Stash, if I had to get something from 123 Stitch, I would fill it up with other patterns, not necessarily going through what I've got and going, what threads do I need, what beads do I need, and doing it. Stephanie has helped me going, what do I need to finish off here, kitting up, before I think about buying anything new. Am I going to stitch it? Am I going to hang it on the wall? Do I want it? So thank you, Stephanie, for your group, even though I've now bailed out of it 3 times. 4th time's the charm. But the reason why I bailed out of it, and this is a real health message maybe, William's godfather was diagnosed with an inoperable brain cancer tumour. It's aggressive. Even though he's William's godfather, he's not information's not really from us. He's been given a time how much he's going to live. He's doing treatment, but there's no guarantee. He went from being a very fit and healthy man, very active, to needing a frame to walk, and now he's in a wheelchair in a space of 3 months. He's fighting it, but it really put into my head I just needed to get some things done, get some stuff that I wanted to get without having the restriction from Stitch from Stash, which was some project bags, getting up what I got left, and getting a couple of bits and pieces. So, life is short. You don't know when your time is up. While William's godfather is of the older generation, he has grown up kids and he has a grandson of his own, grandchildren of his own. Live your life, people. Start that chart. Start your exercise program. Eat that piece of cake that's in your fridge. Go traveling. Go start a book that you never thought you would read. Life is too short not to do something that you are pretty sure you're going to regret. And getting slightly teary, so we're going to stop it there. So still got a couple of things I would like to finish kitting up, and then that would be maybe it. Charts of people that have won. So here's my little book of notes. Now, as I keep saying, Michelle Bendy Stitching does the charts giveaway, little snips. I don't think she's done a video, but she was doing it. And Sandy Bakos, I'm sorry, I'm looking down to make sure I get your last name right, Bakos. She also does giveaways, so check out her channel. Again, I'll put it down. If not, someone give me a nudge and remind me. Now, out of the 4 charts that I did, only 3 people entered for 2 charts. Either they weren't your style, or because I'm doing longer videos, you don't want to enter. If it's really not your thing and you don't want me to do it, just let me know. And like I said, I've got a folder full of charts I'm quite happy to be in. This was just an opportunity to give it away. If it's just the charts weren't your thing, then that's fine. So the only person that wanted the baby was Stitching Marie. Stitching Marie, you have won this. And the birds had 2 people, but the winner was Stitching Becca. Stitching Becca, you have won this. This is going to be one of my longest movies. I don't normally go this long. Right, this month, week, fortnight. We'll see how we go when we come back. I have this cat. So if you would like to win the cat, say, I would like to stitch the cat. And on the back, you get a bonus chart of Pierce Brosnan. Aren't you lucky? Can't show you because it's just a chart. If you would like to stitch this bunny, please, I'd like to stitch the bunny. If you would like to stitch Santa and the reindeer, say I'd like to stitch the reindeer. And if you would like to stitch the cat and dog, looking at Santa, say I would like to stitch the cat and dog. We've already got a cat. So make sure you put the and dog if you want this chart. If you just put cat, I'm going to presume it's for the first one. So if you would like to stitch this, is that I would like to stitch the cat and dog. And stitch Santa. I would like to stitch Santa. I'd like to stitch the bunny. And I would like to stitch the cat with the bonus pre-Sposman chart. Alright, that is done. 40 minutes. I suppose a couple of minutes won't go longer. Quick life update. And I've got to get the kids up. We're doing night shifts, so all our routines are out because Jeff comes home, then he sleeps the afternoon away, then he gets up about 6:30, and then he goes and works all night. We've got another week of that. Sophie's been busy with her senior band practice. She's got a lot of things coming up. For the last week, I've had 3 kids sick with the hand, foot and mouth. Not dangerous, just spots on your hands, down your throat, feet, funny enough on your backside as well. Iona, because of her Graves' disease and tablets, means that she has no immunity, which means she's actually got it worse than the others. They only got like a couple of spots. So she's been uncomfortable, to put it bluntly. And she's been a pretty good trooper, really, with it. She's also got a lot of extra specialist appointments coming up. Nothing serious, just her yearly checkup on how she's going. She saw the endocrinologist and he's really, really happy with her. All the girls have got speeches coming up at school, and this year, instead of just doing a speech on their subject, they've got to do an argument. So Sophie's doing why reading is important. Michaela is doing why bullying is bad, and Iona, unless she changes her mind on me, is doing why Pluto should become a planet, be classed as a planet again. That's really about it. Nothing exciting. I'm really behind in Flosstube. I've actually barely watched any. I've been watching Midsummer Murders. I've been slowly buying the seasons and I've been watching them, and my kids slightly over it because I don't let them watch it. Sophie possibly could watch it, especially
I can watch some.
Especially the earlier ones where it was, you know, they don't show as much. The like the ones that they're just making now, they show a bit more. Sophie has been watching Star Wars with me. We've watched 2. I made her watch Return, A New Hope and The Emperor Strikes Back. Tomorrow, if all goes well, we'll watch Return of the Jedi. It's actually a long weekend here, so we might either do that on Monday. So I'm making her watch them. Then I'll go and make her watch the 1, 2, 3. I actually said to her, I haven't... major Star Wars rant coming. I haven't watched the 7, 8, 9. Or 9's not out. Because I actually read the books way before the movies, the new reboot of Star Wars, and the books were made with the Lucas corporation. So follow the storyline. So my issue is Han and Leia had 3 kids. They had the set of twins, Jason and Janna, and then they had a son, Anakin. Anakin dies, Jason turns to the dark side, and I can't remember what Janna ever did. I think she was like, yay, go the girls. She was rocking the good side. Luke married a chick called Maya, can't remember, it's been a long time since I read it. She was the Emperor's hidden apprentice, and they had a son called Ben. See my issues here? It's too far different from the books that I read and loved that I can see it irritating me. That is not even remotely like it, and that's because they've rebooted it and they've gone a different way. I actually stopped reading the books when Chewie died around the same time Anakin died. And I just like, you can't kill Chewie. Like, hold the horses. You cannot kill Chewie.
Why?
You can't. It's Chewbacca. You can't kill Chewie. You can't blow him up.
Oh.
So, but it just, I might get over it for Sophie so I can sit with her and watch them. I actually own them because I'm that kind of person where I've got to own the set, even if I don't watch. If I hate it, get to a point where I don't like the movie, I've got to keep collecting until I've got the set. But it does irk me. Really, really irk me. Sorry for the people that love the movies. My sister, who's also read the books, loved the movies. Like, it doesn't faze her in the slightest. It fazes me. Anyway, on that note, I will leave you. Hope you have an awesome stitching time. Wake up these kids so they actually sleep tonight. Have an awesome time, and we'll catch you later. Bye.